We started the Stanley Cup playoffs with 16 teams, and now we are down to the final two, the Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Will the Lightning go back-to-back, or will the Canadiens win their first Stanley Cup since 1993? Johnny Talk Sports here to bring my preview and predictions for the Stanley Cup final, and we are in for a good one. I needed a little bit more time to decide who I'm going to pick here, but I have made a decision, and let's get right into my preview and predictions. So when I look at these teams as a whole, I would say goaltending is pretty much even at this point. Although I would give the slight edge to Andrei Vasilevskiy for the Lightning, as he leads the NHL in shutouts this postseason with 4 of them, including a shutout in Game 7 against the Islanders. Carey Price for the Canadiens, I am very happy that he finally gets to play in a Stanley Cup final. I think he is easily a top 3 goaltender in the league, and I would say probably towards the top of the list as far as greatest goaltenders of all time. And Carey Price has come up huge for the Canadiens several times this postseason, especially against the Golden Knights in the conference final. Although I probably should say in the semifinal for this season because of the way they formatted the playoffs this season. But either way, Carey Price came up huge for the Canadiens against Vegas in that semifinal. As far as the defenses are concerned, I would say they are just about even, although I could give I give the slight edge to Tampa Bay, although it's really close. But I think Tampa Bay just a little bit better, but it's really close. And as far as scoring is concerned, when you look at it from a statistical standpoint, Tampa Bay, they win overwhelmingly. However, the Canadiens, they've got goal scorers as well, but a big reason why the Canadiens are where they're at right now is because of the excellent way they can play defense. And Carey Price as well. So the big key here, a big difference maker in this Stanley Cup final, is going to be, can the Lightning get past the Canadiens' defense? And they've done so well, the Canadiens, all postseason long defensively. Because the Canadiens, they have overcome adversity throughout the postseason. They have came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Maple Leafs. And they have been nearly unstoppable ever since then. And for the Lightning, can you use your experience in your favor? There is some experience on Montreal's side in the Stanley Cup final, particularly Corey Perry. But the Lightning were just in the Stanley Cup final last season. So that experience is definitely going to be a huge edge for Tampa Bay. But here is my prediction for the Stanley Cup final. Game 1, I think, will go to the Lightning. Because the Lightning, they don't have to worry about traveling for the first 2 games of the Stanley Cup final, so they will have home ice. So I think Tampa Bay, Game 1 is going to play in their favor. Game 2, I think the Canadiens respond, and it's 1-1 going into Montreal. And then Game 3, I think Tampa Bay wins Game 3, because Tampa Bay, they have not lost back-to-back games this entire postseason. The Canadiens, they lost back-to-back games 1 time. So a huge factor to the Stanley Cup final is those first 2 games, because based off of the history throughout the entire playoffs so far, if one of these teams goes up 2-0, it could be over. But Game 3, like Tampa Bay. Game 4, I think Montreal responds, and we're tied at 2 apiece going into Game 5 in Tampa Bay. And I think Tampa Bay bounces back in Game 5. And for Game 6, I think Tampa Bay closes it out and they will win in 6 games. So my pick here is Lightning in 6. Believe me when I say I really want to see Carey Price win the Stanley Cup. Although Carey Price, in my mind, against this Lightning team, he can only carry them so far. And this kind of reminds me of the Rangers the one year they were in the finals against the Kings. I believe it was maybe 2013 it was. Or maybe 2014. Somebody in the comments correct me if I'm incorrect. But Lundqvist was only able to carry the Rangers so far. And I think the same thing's going to happen with Carey Price this season. So Lightning in 6 is my prediction. Comment your prediction down below, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time.